Hi, this is Steve from Tech. Stay tuned as we decide if the Lifetime Teton Kayak is any good or not. I have used this Lifetime Kayak about a dozen times now in various Arizona lakes and rivers. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at the pros and cons of this kayak, both off and on the water, to decide if this kayak's any good. Let's start out with off the water. I bought this kayak at Dick's Sporting Goods for $399. I did not particularly want this kayak, but when I was shopping for the kayak, it was during the COVID pandemic in June of 2020. And there was a huge shortage of available kayaks. I ordered what I wanted, but to this day it's still not in yet. So we started regularly watching sporting goods stores, and eventually this one came in stock. So I bought it because it was available. So this Lifetime kayak has a lot of nice features. One is the seat. The seat is extremely comfortable, and it clips in with these clips to make sure that it doesn't fall out if you capsize. I also really like this paddle holder here. You can put the paddle in and clip it around to hold the paddle in place. I also really like the front storage, and I really like the back storage. Lots of room to put stuff. The seat is very easy to take in and out. Just unclip, pull it down, and it pops right out. And conversely, easy to put back in. So from a versatility standpoint, this kayak is really nice. On this kayak, I also really like the mounting rails. I'm not a fisherman, but I mount a lot of stuff on these rails, which I'll show you in a few minutes. But the mounting rails are really nice for mounting gear and keeping it out of the way of your feet. So let's look at the bottom and let's see what a dozen trips worth of wear does to the bottom. As you can see, the bottom's not in too bad a shape. We're after only a dozen trips though. See, it's kind of wearing out here in the stern. So a little bit of wear there. And in the bow, this tip is starting to wear out a little bit. Stay tuned for a future video where I'm going to put some protectant on the stern and the bow of this boat. And we'll show you how I do that, and we'll let you know how it holds up. So this is what you get when you buy the kayak. So after I got all my stuff on it, it looks like this. So when I'm all rigged up, it looks more like this. So you can see on the accessory rails and my water bottle, my GoPro mount all within reach. I have my GPS so I keep track of where we're going. I have my camera, my phone. I also have my Bluetooth player there, MP3 player. Also have my Bluetooth UE Mega Boom waterproof speaker in the back. I want to listen to music. Got my little cooler for lunch in the back. Paddles connects to the paddle holder. Got my PFD and my dry bag is under the front. And a little tow rope, which you use to tie it up or tie to other people to keep from moving. I also bought this little box. This little box is the perfect fit right here with a little hole that already works to hold things down. Perfect for holding keys, wallet, extra GoPro batteries, stuff like that. I'll put my granola bar in there. One of the things I did have to add to this kayak was I added these extra mounting loops so that I can tie down all these gadgets just in case I go overboard. So I added one on this side for all the gadgets on the port side, and another one over here to secure all the gadgets on the starboard side. And then I also made this little mount that fits in the fishing hole to support my Bluetooth speaker. If you'd like more details on how I manufactured the gadget holders and how they attach to the rails, let me know in the comments and I'll produce a video for you just for that. This is what it looks like when I'm heading out on the water. And I wasn't quite sure I wanted a fishing kayak because I don't fish, but it turns out the fishing kayak worked well for me because I was able to hang all my accessories off the rails. So with that, I think that's enough to show you in the garage. So let's move now on how this thing actually performs in the water. My buddy John and I bought these kayaks around the same time. As you can see, the kayak sits very nice and level in the water. The seat is extremely comfortable. We were out for several hours this morning with no discomfort. The Teton paddle's easy, however it takes a little bit of effort to get going from a complete stop. It maneuvers just fine. It's actually very pleasant to be on the water for several hours. Moving on to some moving water. Both kayaks, you can see, are extremely stable. As we wait here a little bit, John is coming up on this big water hole. He kind of goes through sideways, you can see right about now, but he had no problems whatsoever. Then I actually tried to maneuver out of the way and the river just pushed me right into the hole, so I went right into it. You can see I took in a lot of water, but the scupper holes immediately drained all the water out of the kayak. At no time did I feel that the boat got unstable or that there were any chance of capsizing. Here are some more areas of the river that are a bit more choppy. Although it looks like the boat is bouncing quite a bit, it's actually very stable and took these small rapids without any problem. Here's another example of a couple choppy parts of the river. This was just a lot of fun going down. The kayaks were totally stable, no problems at all. It was just a lot of fun.
Take her on water, Captain!
But even with all this fun, this boat is not perfect. For starters, the boat is slow. With normal paddling, we find we cruise around 2 miles per hour, maybe a little bit less. I've had it up to 4.9 miles per hour in flat water, but I was paddling my heart out and I could not maintain that speed for very long. The boat is really designed for relaxed, slow paddling. Don't expect to break any water speed records and give yourself plenty of time for those long kayaking trips. Another issue for this boat is it does not track very well. As you can see in this video, as I come down to the bottom of this rapid, my boat totally turns on me. A 360-degree turn. John's didn't turn it much because he stayed to the outside. I know it's a function of the river current and the kayak, but my wife's perception hook doesn't do this nearly as bad
I had to do a
as this Lifetime Teton. Here's another example of Teton's tracking issues. As you can see, as John stops to talk to me, and he stops paddling, the boat veered off to the left. And in this one, he's on his phone, and you can see it's drifting off, veering off to the right. Here's another really good example of the tracking issue. You can see as John stops paddling to check our position on his GPS, you can see his boat starts to veer off to the left. And then as I stop paddling, my boat also veers off to the left. It's not a bad situation. It's just something to be aware of and an issue with this kayak. So in summary, the pros of this kayak are its sit-upon. It's very easy to get in and out of. It's self-bailing if you take on water. It's fairly reasonably priced at $3.99 considering the price of kayaks is really high right now. It was available in June of 2020 during the COVID pandemic, so we got it. It's very stable, extremely stable, even in moving water. The seat is extremely comfortable. It's not too heavy. I actually weighed mine 56 pounds for a fishing kayak anyway. The mounting rails are extremely versatile and lots of places to put gear. The cons are, it's slow, it does not track very well, there's no dry hatches on it, there's not enough tie downs as it comes, but they're easy to add, no bottom protection. It only has 275 pounds worth of capacity. And I think it sits a little deeper than my wife's Perception kayak. So is this kayak any good? I would say yes. This kayak meets my needs, and I'll probably be keeping it for a while. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please leave a comment in the comment section. Also, follow us in our kayaking adventures. Check out our Kayaking Arizona playlist link in the description below. Well, I guess that wraps it up for today. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe.